All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Makar Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. This lesson is going to be on how the coming destruction is going to really expose the world for what it really is, man. Right? When all hell breaks loose in this world and people realize that the security that they thought they had in the world is gone and was really fake, it's going to expose the evil nature in everybody, man. All right, this is 2 Ezra chapter 16 and verse 22. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. Right, so Yahweh's getting ready to bring famines on this earth. So big men, right, 7-footers, 6'5" men, 250 pounds, right, all of these types of men, right, when all hell breaks loose, these men are going to be starving, man. And they're going to be some of the main ones to suffer from hunger because they're used to eating a whole bunch of food, man. And they're going to lose weight real quick, man. They're going to lose weight real quick. Whereas people that are smaller don't even need as much food, man. But even they're going to be starving too. And those that don't face hunger, so let's say some of the big guys are able to overcome people and steal food or whatever. Well, Yahweh's got the sword ready for them people anyway. Yahweh's going to have the sword ready for people that think that they're juggernauts, man. Verse 23, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. So when people die, there's not going to be nobody to mourn the death. There's not going to be no people to carry a casket for the funeral. The dead bodies are just going to be thrown out as dung. There's just going to be a dead body one place and a dead body another place. They're not going to get buried. People aren't going to get cremated. The bodies are going to be just cast out, like the scripture says, dung, man. There shall be, verse 24, there shall be no man left to till the ground and to sow it. The tree shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men. So it's going to be a struggle to try and find people, man. So that one man shall desire to hear another and to hear his voice. And women are going to be desiring to see men too. Right? People are going to want to know where there's another person. But then at the same time, because of the evils that people are going to be doing to each other, people will be scared as well if they hear another person, or if they see another person, man. They're going to be scared. So that one man shall desire to hear another, to see another, and to hear his voice. For of a city there shall be 10 left, and it doesn't mean literally. For of a city there shall be 10 left, and 2 of a field, which shall hide themselves in the thick groves and in the clefts of the rocks. So people are going to be hiding, man. People are going to be hiding and scared because the violence that people are going to be doing to each other, man. Because people already showed their evil nature when the world got locked down for 2 years. People already showed that they're evil when they was fighting over toilet roll, man. If people will fight like that over toilet roll and over hand sanitizer, then what will they do for a can of peaches, man? Or what would they do for a bag of rice? Or for a bag of flour? Or for water? What would they do? What will they do, man? And even being a prepper isn't enough to make you overcome this, because it says clearly, man, those that escape the hunger, right? Those that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. So Yahweh's got something for everyone. Verse 29, as in an orchard of olives, upon every tree there are 3 or 4 olives, or as when a vineyard is gathered, there are left some clusters of them that diligently seek through the vine. Even so, in those days there shall be 3 or 4 left of them that search their houses with the sword. So people are going to be searching the houses with the sword, man, because they're going to want things. They're going to be desiring to overcome people in whatever way, because people are going to go into a violent mindset, man. And all the people that think that they're tough guys right now, they're going to find out that the people that didn't act like tough guys are more deadly than them in some cases, man. The everyday people, that a guy that might have just been a mechanic minding his business, right? He might be more deadly. 2 Ezra chapter 15 and verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So people are going to have desires in their mind to do evil, and Yahweh is going to give them the ability at that time to get away with that evil that they have in their mind. He's going to allow them the freedom to do these things without anyone interfering in what they're trying to do. He's going to allow wickedness to have a reign over the earth for one last time, man. He's going to allow for people, the evil in people, to be spread across the earth for one last time before he brings his son Yahweh Shai to conquer and overcome all of that. Verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbour, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And there's a lot of people that are thinking about race rights and all of this, right? A lot of racists out there, racist Edomites, thinking that it's going to be some fighting against some Muslims or something like that, or they think it's going to be fighting against some dark-skinned people, right? They don't realize that their own neighbors that live in the area with them are going to be the ones taking them down, man. They don't realize that their best mate that they had a barbecue every summer with, he's going to be the one that's their enemy in that time. It's going to be your literal enemies that are your enemy in that time, man. And that's what these people don't understand. They don't get it. They don't get that the time that's coming is going to be a every man for himself scenario in terms of what Yahweh is going to make happen with all these people that are not of the elect of the nation of Israel. The people that are of the elect of the nation of Israel, in that time, Yahweh might make these people just stumble into each other, man, in those times. He might cause, if he needs for a time for some of the elect to be together, he'll cause that to happen. And if he needs for a time for them to be separated and scattered away from each other, he'll cause that to happen. But all of the elect of the nation of Israel are going to be protected in that time up until the point where if it's necessary for them to face it, they're going to have to fulfill Revelation 20 and 4 by being beheaded for the word of the Lord and for not receiving the Karagma. But that's not going to be everyone's fate. And for the people that that's destined for, Yahweh's going to give them a strong spirit to be able to handle that, man. But a lot of these people there don't understand what's coming, man. They don't understand that the things that they have, that they might glorify themselves in, is not going to be enough, man. Jeremiah chapter 9 and verse 23, thus saith Yahweh, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might, let not the rich man glory in his riches, but let him that glorieth glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me, that I am Yahweh, which exercise loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth. For in these things I delight, saith Yahweh. So they don't understand that. They don't understand that it's not about might, wisdom, or riches, man. Yahweh can take the strongest man right now on this earth and break him down, man. Easily, too. And he does that on occasion. You got all these big bodybuilder type guys, and Yahweh just gives them heart attacks, man. And they're in the bed crying, man. There's 2 men that I can think of right now. And both of those men was Israelites. And in those times when it happened to them, because they're Israelites, they was humble enough to understand that it was spiritual things that was happening to them, man. Both of them said, Yahweh did this to show that men are just men. But there's other people that don't believe that because they're Edomites or they're heathens. And they're going to be broken down to the smallest parts of themselves, man. They're going to be broken down, and everyone's going to know in that day that it's about knowing the Lord. It's not about being tough, or it's not about being wise. It doesn't matter how many books you've read, man. You could be the ultimate bookworm, could be the ultimate mathematician, could be a top psychologist that speaks like you understand human behavior to the best of your ability. You think you can predict the way how men are going to act or how women are going to act. You know about how the human brain works. That don't matter. Because for all of your knowing, how comes you wasn't able to then know that Yahweh exists? And know that there was a creator of all of these things. If you know so much. For all these people that think that they know a lot of things that they know. And riches ain't going to help them neither. Verse 25. Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that I will punish them that I will punish all them which are circumcised with the uncircumcised. So that's the Israelites and the heathens, man. Egypt and Judah and Edom and the children of Ammon and Moab and all that are in the utmost corners that dwell in the wilderness. For all these nations are uncircumcised, and all the house of Israel are uncircumcised in the heart. So even people that live in the wilderness, man, that are heathens, they might think, nah, we ain't bothering nobody. We're just doing our own jungle thing, man. Jungle life. Mate, they're being wicked too, man. They're sinning too. Ain't no telling what they're eating out there. They're sinning too. Ain't no telling what kind of ritualistic acts they're doing out there, man. They're going off too. They can't think just because they ain't living in the city that they ain't sinning. They're going off too, man. Everyone, everywhere is going to get punished by the Lord, man. Everyone, all places on the earth, everywhere that they are. And I'm going to end the lesson there. Man. The day is going to come where all these people on the earth that think that there's something are going to be shown that they're nothing, man. They're going to be shown that they're nothing. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham Rakar Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elected nation of Israel. Shalom.